The whale is right now, and how's she doing, Carrie?
Well, not particularly well. We'll take a look right down here. She's getting round-the-clock care. There are volunteers taking care of her. Tonight, she'll remain here. Tomorrow, they're going to take her over to Virginia Key, where there is a tidal-fed pond where they will hopefully, at the National Marine Fisheries, nurse her back to health. It is the heavy breathing that has the rescue team most concerned now. The gasps for breath began this evening, and doctors say it is a sign the whale, now named Noelle, may not make it through the holidays.
The prognosis is very guarded. We've had some things that are pointing in a downward direction as far as her breathing and her behavior. We're hoping to take the edge off, and hopefully she'll calm down.
With round-the-clock volunteers at her side, Noelle will spend the night in a boat slip behind Jonathan Grant's home.
Hopefully it'll survive. You've got all these people that are experts, and hopefully they can do something. I know it's been beached out there all day. So.
Come on, sweetheart.
Noelle is a false killer whale, sometimes called a pseudo-orca. She was spotted not far from here this morning by Adam Lippman.
I saw it was either a dolphin or whale, and I thought it was dead. So I went out on my boat to see if it was alive. As I got there, the tail started moving, and as I got there, another boat got there. So we both jumped in and started putting water on its back.
Now, a blood sample taken earlier today shows Noelle's kidneys are failing. Volunteers remain hopeful.
There's always some hope there that she'll pull through. And usually if they make it through the first night, then the prognosis is a lot better.
Now, a false killer whale like this is a whale that is generally well offshore in some very deep water, and they travel in pods of about 100 whales. The experts say their concern is with this one coming ashore, perhaps other whales in the pod might also be ill, and they may find more whales in the coming days. In Gables by the Sea, I'm Kerry Sanders reporting live, NBC6.
Oh, what a shame, Carrie. And we heard her breathing so well just earlier today.
It's truly sad, and you can almost, you can feel it as she keeps gasping out those breaths. Each breath, you're not sure, how much further she's going to be able to make it.
All right, Carrie, thank you very much. Well, the wet and wild hurricane season is finally over. Tonight,
Doing to try to help this whale.
Basically, what happened about 8 o'clock this morning, the whale stranded itself outside of Gables by the Sea. The correct authorities were notified, and at this time, we are just doing an hourly watch to make sure she stays breathing. What is wrong with her? Her blood test revealed that she is dehydrated and that she has kidney problems. There's a possibility that her kidneys are failing.
Now, Carol, how long can you maintain this treatment at the scene?
We are going to maintain this treatment till approximately noon tomorrow when we try to transport it to the National Marine Fisheries on Virginia Key.
So at this point, the whale doesn't look much better. It's staying the same kind of status at this point?
The whale has stayed in a stable status since we began the rescue this afternoon. She did have one crisis period, but she came out of it very well.
Oh, that's good to hear. So at this point, you'll be there till noon tomorrow, then try to move the whale to this aquarium?
Yes. Well, actually, we're not going to move the whale to this aquarium. We're going to move the whale to a tidal-fed pool at the National Marine Fisheries on Virginia Key, which is across the street from this aquarium.
Okay, very good.
Okay, we'll be checking in with you. Carol Griffin joining us from Gables by the Sea, and of course we'll update this story tomorrow on Eyewitness News. A new study shows women who work rotating shifts for more
at noon. To life still tonight. Noelle is being treated for a potentially deadly virus. Marine biologists believe that she is suffering from the human equivalent of the measles. This is her in that videotape. Volunteers are still trying to keep Noelle stable while veterinarians
Keeping a close eye tonight on a whale found beached in Biscayne Bay 2 days ago. Tonight, Noelle is still in guarded condition, but as News 4's Judy Chavez tells us, doctors are not giving up hope.
For 2 days now, experts and volunteers from the Miami Aquarium, the University of Miami, and the National Marine Fisheries Lab have been watching over this whale called Noelle. The 7-year-old pseudo-orca was spotted in a sandbar in Biscayne Bay on Thursday. Marine biologists took one look at her and knew she needed help. Yesterday, they moved the 1,200-pound false killer whale to this lagoon in Virginia Key.
She's got pneumonia, she's in renal failure, she's got parasitic infection.
Today, doctors started treatment, injecting antibiotics, drawing blood samples, even force-feeding her by sticking a tube into her mouth and pouring blended herring and squid through it.
It's a day-by-day, hour-to-hour scenario here.
it's a long uphill struggle with this particular animal. It takes a lot of effort, as you see, and the prognosis, like I said, is not good.
And though Noelle's chances of surviving are slim, no one is giving up just yet.
Since last night, I think she's gotten a little stronger, and I think that reflects the antibiotics that we're using.
But doctors think they now have another obstacle to overcome. They say even though Noelle is a whale, she might have the dolphin morbillivirus.
It's a deadly virus. It, like I said, it attacks their immune system, and generally they get secondary things like pneumonia and immunologic compromise.
Since Noelle is still in very critical condition, volunteers will continue keeping a close eye on her 24 hours a day, and doctors will continue evaluating her. Doctors say if she does show improvement over the next few months, she could be released. Reporting from Virginia Key, Judy Chavez, News 4, South Florida.
And Judy, receive intensive round-the-clock care.
I wake up in the morning and I'm like, she's still alive. And then I get here and she's hanging out in the pool. She's not being supported right now. She's holding her own.
Doctors say Noelle's condition is like a critical patient in intensive care. They say a single stranded animal usually has a hard time recovering.
But wayward whale. Tonight, that 1,200-pound creature is struggling to survive. And as Eyewitness News reporter Mia Carbonell shows us, doctors are working overtime to keep that whale alive.
Right now, he's watching and listening to her breathing.
The good news first. Noelle made it through the night with round-the-clock care on Virginia Key. The bad news, the beached whale is in guarded condition. She received human antibiotics to help her fight a lung infection. Her kidneys, veterinarians say, have shut down, but many are still pulling for her.
Wake up in the morning and I'm like, she's still alive.
Alive and hanging in there, but in addition to infections, Noelle could be fighting a virus similar to AIDS that kills its victims rapidly.
It's a deadly virus. It, like I said, it attacks their immune system, and generally they get secondary things like pneumonia.
It was only last Thursday that the 14-feet-long false killer whale washed ashore off Biscayne Bay. She was transported to the aquarium on a rubber boat.
Doctors say Noelle is severely dehydrated. They're attempting to feed her fluids, but all the care Noelle receives might not be enough. Experts say whales beach for a reason. They beach to die.
When a single animal strands, there's something very seriously wrong medically.
And while the prognosis for Noelle looks grim,
I hope it gets better.
No one is giving up hope just yet. In Miami, Mia Carbonell, Channel 10 Eyewitness News.
Veterinarians say